Hi guys. I'm going to flip through another book that I bought a long time ago. This is yet another Taschen book. I have no idea if this is going to fit in frame. I have this camera perched on a number of boxes. This one is called Magic from the 1400s to the 1950s. It's one yet again that I found on sale. I must have purchased it about 2 years ago, and it has sat there. And as a result, I've decided to get rid of it, to sell it. I figure there'll be somebody who'll appreciate this book much more than I do. Having said that, I think it's a very interesting book, which is the main reason why I purchased it. And you can see it's so massive, but it's really incredibly difficult to go through. Now, I don't know if I'm going to fit it all. Am I? I think that's as good as it's going to get, guys. Anyway, the reason I originally purchased it because it has all these fantastical drawings, like these little devils, and look at that little hidden face there. I mean, it's an absolutely amazing book in terms of how it looks, but it's huge, as you can tell by me struggling to have opened it. And it did have a bit. I mean, it damages itself a little bit in the box because it is so incredibly huge and heavy. So today I think this will be another two-parter, guys. I'll go through this in as much detail as possible, and I'm sorry, it's just maybe I can find one more light book. If I find one more light book, maybe it would allow me to perch it up a little bit higher. I do have a lot of CDs, so let me just find some old CDs. Okay, guys, I'm back. I managed to perch it up a little bit higher. Sorry, but you're going to get a pencil sharpener here and some cords. This is as high as it gets. And again, I haven't had a chance at looking at this. This is a great little postcard, Rich Books for Poor Times. This is a book, I mean, I was fascinated with the different kind of images that this book had. But I mean, basically I've just had this book on my shelf, and I haven't had a chance to even look at it, which is one of the reasons why I made this channel. But I also want to be realistic about how often I'm going to look at these books, and therefore sell the ones that are just sitting there. So I will flip through half, and then we'll do the other half at another day. We have all the different chapters again. Again, this is English, German, and French, I believe. Some of the chapters include The Great Touring Shows, Devilish Deception, Origins of Wonder, etc. It says here the images of this book are metaphors for the mental gymnastics of illusion. What intrigued me about this book initially when I found it were all the depictions of the devils and these kind of mustaches and goatees. You know, quite amazing dark pictures. And who knows, maybe by the end of flipping through this book, I no longer want to sell it. Let's see. I'm open to be enticed to keep it. An interesting thing just happened there, because it was only until I stood up to look at the camera that I realized it was a skull. I couldn't see that from looking at it from a downward view, from a regular view. Excuse me. This particular book is over 600 pages long, but full of great, outrageous pictures. I do have this kind of tendency when I'm at bookshops. And this particular book was 80% off the original price. So for 80% off, to purchase a book that interests you a little bit, that's of very good binding quality, I think that's a good bargain. And if I had a bigger house, like if I lived in Australia or a different country where you have big shelves and houses, then I guess it'd get very dangerous because I would just keep on buying. But I guess it's because I have less space that I have to be more cautious now. Some classic pictures here. Conjuring life and death, the essence of illusion. So I'm going to stand up every now and again just to make sure that I'm capturing everything. I believe that's as good as it's going to get because this book is absolutely massive. These strange faces. The mysteries of India unveiled. I do like this type of art. It reminds me of the cover of Smashing Pumpkins, melancholy and the infinite sadness. 54th year of pleasure making, Andrus and his novelty gift shows. Andrus' latest mystery sensation, in which, in full view of the audience, he apparently decapitates himself and, while holding his head in his own hand, converses with the awe-stricken onlookers, and in the twinkling of an eye is again restored to normal conditions and walks smilingly to the footlights, to the great relief of the astonished auditors. No cabinet is used, no curtain is drawn, no one in the stage but Andreas himself. 75 to 100 useful presents given away at each performance, all purchased from the merchants in this city. Hey, if somebody was going to chop their head off and talk to the crowd with their head, I'd go to that show. Oh my god. Herman, the Great Company. See Herman's Great Decapitation Act. Seems to be a lot of fascination back in those days with people chopping their heads off. Okay, and here you have a picture of how it's done. I don't know if that's going to help me. Oh, I get you. Okay, so you chop his head off here and then you have somebody underneath. Fair enough. The Great Decapitation Mystery. Just from an artistic perspective, I think that's what initially got me. These pictures are absolutely amazing. And it may lead me to not selling this book, to be frank, because these pictures are well and truly great. Ah, what a picture. Chapter 2, Devilish Deceptions, The Origins of Wonder. I was going to say, some of these pictures remind me of Bruegel. Bruegel. And it is him, obviously. Yeah, his artwork is amazing also. It's like modern day horror where the person creeps, bending their body backwards like this. These faces are amazing. There's plenty to see in his pictures. Even this rabbit. There's plenty to see here. It's mysterious. I will stop at about 300 for this book and then do the second part because it's just a massive book. It says here, copyright 1900 by the Strobridge Litho Company, New York. The colors are amazing. This guy's an Italian-born magician who had a long successful career in France. His poster portrait copied the popular devil motif. I guess there is some real fascination with talking to the devil. Oh, wow. Hey, look at these mysterious figures in the back. Chapter 3, From Black Magic to Modern Magic. Again, this is what I'm talking about, smashing pumpkins. The Great Wizard of the World, J.M. McAllister. More decapitations here. I have to give TASCHEN lots of props. They make these beautiful books. I mean, the book quality is amazing. Colors are great. The paper quality is awesome. The subjects are also very interesting. Very wide variety of subjects that they release books on. This one is pretty niche. I did really like the decapitation portion, to be honest, and the devils. This one, a little bit more boring. But the artwork is great. Even just from a artistic perspective, the prints look so interesting. Black art, ancient and modern magic. Oof. Egyptian hall, mask, maskelimi and cook. I can't really read that because it crosses across two different pages. Oh, there you go. Masculine and Cook. There must have been a famous duo. This is a really niche book. I hope somebody who's really interested in like magic happened to have stumbled upon this book, this video, and sort of thought, man, this is the book that I've always wanted to look inside. If by any chance you are that person, can you leave a message and put any comments about this book? I bought this book because of the art, to be honest with you. I didn't buy it because of the theme. So if you do have any knowledge, please spread the love. That's a famous one, right? This one. That's definitely a famous one. It's from a famous film, The Trip to the Moon. This looks like a Japanese print. I know it's not, but it's not so dissimilar to the ones I uploaded recently. The supernatural and the spirit worlds. Beautiful prints. This book also has this huge bookmark. It's a nice red bookmark. And I think we'll go all the way to chapter 5, and then we'll pause it at chapter 5. I think maybe I'm better off getting rid of the camera at the bottom. Maybe, yeah, that's better. The world famous anti-spiritualist. Kara the Great. Thurston the Great Magician. You could spend a lot of time looking at some of these pictures. The bats, the different skulls, the little monkey at the bottom here with the mirror. So mysterious. So mysterious. I'm going to go through to the end of this chapter and then pause it. And then we'll do a second video because I don't expect anybody to sit through a 600-page book flip. I think that's going to be testing the limits of any sane person. Okay, we're going to end here for the time being. I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. Apologies in the beginning, I stumbled a bit, but hopefully it's okay.